Thank you very much. You know, at the beginning of this month, billions of kids all over the country went back to school. Billions. And I were going to tell you mothers something that will literally make you gasp. Just gasp with reluctance. Because with all the buying and the sighing and the crying and the Mickey Mouse lunchbox and the green bags and the Donald Duck pencil sharpeners, your children still suffer misconstruction. Your kids are misconstrued every single day in school. And I say this honestly because I'm not ashamed. The substitute teachers are scared to teach your children, to tell them, you know, give them proper instruction. They're scared because they don't know nothing themselves. If they knew, they wouldn't be substitutes. I believe that. I believe that. Do you remember Mrs. Ding Ding from Ding Ding School? Get the mud and get the paint and get the scissors and get the glue. She didn't care. It wasn't her rug. The mothers mold the children's minds. Mothers do that. And they do a magnificent job. There's a million moldy-minded kids running around. Mothers teach and inspire. And if you seek insulation, the mothers are the ones who gave it to the children. The substitute teachers teach your kids improper fractions. Think about this. They need help, the kids today. They need insulation. They live in a jet zoom age. See them driving on the highway, teenage kids, 90 miles an hour, kissing and holding hands, and they're in different cars. Going the opposite directions. Teach those kids. Teach them respect. Teach them about love. You should do that because they don't know. They think they know. Teenage kids go for a drive and the boy runs out of gas and they smooch a little bit and the girl says she loves him. This is not love. Love is when they're married 20 years and they're smooching in their living room and he runs out of gas and she still says she loves him. That's the love. There is a difference. You gotta help the kids because they come to us for help. It's our obligation as adults to teach them adultery and, well, good thing. You wanna mold your children and see them be pliable? You gotta help them, groove them properly. Not all the kids are wild. We have young people in the Peace Corps that are magnificent. These are kids, hand-picked, selected kids from good families, from background, kids who go to school, who are, taught, educated, kids from electrocution school who know how to project from their diagram and speak to people nice. Where do they send these kids? To Borneo, to the jungles, where it's rough, with the screaming and the yelling and the dancing and the drums banging all night long. Those kids drive the natives crazy down there. You look for insulation. You're supposed to look someplace to teach the kids, not to tell them about Batman and Superman and Green Hornet and Yellow Jaundice. Those are not real people. Those are pigments of somebody's imagination. They're made up. Real people. Our heritage are real great people. Tell the kids about Pocahontas, who saved John Smith, and she was a half-breed, a simple half-breed. She used to breed like that. Tell them about Columbus. Well, why not? I believe these things. These are proved fallacies. I didn't make these things up. You look for truth. Biblical times, the greats. Matthew, who wrote a note to John, and John gave it to Peter, and Peter gave it to Luke, and Luke gave it to Abraham because they couldn't read Hebrew. Tell them, you don't be ashamed. Tell them about Columbus, who came ashore in America soaking wet because they gave him a flag to put in the ground, and in the canoe he was practicing, Tell them about Sir Walter Raleigh, who put his raincoat over the subway grating so Queen Anne of Cleavage wouldn't get her heel stuck in the... And she gave him some property and he made a cigarette factory. Tell them about these people. Tell them about Ponce de Leon. All over the world, searching for a fountain of youth because he knew that somewhere there was water that would make men sing and dance like children. He didn't know you have to put scotch in it. Don't skip the ladies. Keep playing, Skits. We'll get them. How about Mrs. Ponce de Leon, who said to her husband, Ponca, that's the last time you're going to Florida without me. Teach the kids the classics. Teach them about the great poems, the great poem of Homer, the Idiot and the Ostrich. Tell them about opera. Make them respectful. Teach them about La Boheme, the scene where Labo stabs him in the ventricle with a piece of rusty bread and he died from wheat germ. Tell them about these things. And every once in a while, the mothers themselves need a respite. You need a moment of insulation. Sometimes when you have a lot of ironing and it becomes depressing. Think about that for a minute. Do what I do. Go outside and look up into a starry night. And as you stand there, staring into a vast infinity of boundless eternity, under that magnificent panorama of endless space, ask yourself, why? Why are my closets so small?
Gee, those are some funny lines. Stabbed him with a piece of rusty bread?
Stale bread.
Stale? Oh, I love that. Why are my closets so small? You ever know where you're going at all with that act? I mean, I've heard you quite a number of times, and you go here and then you go another way, and it's a good way to do it, so you don't get preset in anything, right? It's good to see you again. You've been out traveling with,
Well, we're not even through.
You're still going with the Goulets?
Opening tomorrow night in Westbury.
Ah, you've been out where? In the West, or?
18 weeks of summer tents. We've been out for 18 weeks. I got one night off. I did Jerry Lewis muscular dystrophy thing.
You on the telethon?
That was my...